Hey everybody, welcome to photo share and discussion number 192. Number 192, May 14th, 2017, Mother's Day. So before we do anything, let's do the important thing, which is to say, hey, all you mothers out there. I mean mothers in a good way. Thanks for everything you do. And I hope you were treated like royalty, like the royalty you are today. Saw lots of people taking care of mom, making showing her the appreciation she should get every day of the year today, which was good. So hope all of you had a good Mother's Day. Got to spend some time with mom, as much time as possible with mom. If you're at a distance like my mother is, talked to her a little bit earlier today. So always good. Wish we could see him more than we can, but take advantage of it while you have the opportunity. So I hope everybody had a good Mother's Day. Been kind of a busy week for me. More work than anything, once again. Did get a little bit of photography, did get out with the camera a little bit, got a few images that I'll talk about. And they were mainly related to testing out the filters. I got the yellow filter and the orange filter for the Chamonix. So I was able to get out and do a few sheets of film, try to get some kind of comparison for what it's worth. And also spend some time kind of organizing my camera equipment into carry-on so we can take it with us when we head up to New York here later on this week. I think I've managed to packed in such a way that I can still use my small little camera backpack that I've had for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, and fit everything large format related into that. So that's good. I should be able to fit in the camera, the one lens that I have, the light meter, the filters, the dark cloth, the my little flashlight, my little tape measure, my loop for focusing on the ground glass. Everything fits in this little backpack that's, I don't know, about this big or so. It fits really easy right underneath the seat of pretty much any plane. I've never had an issue with it not fitting under the seat. I also managed to get practice loading film, taking it out of the box, putting it into the film holders in my little dark bag, changing bag that I use for the 35 millimeter and medium format film. I hadn't tried it with the large format film. What I've done here at home for the large format film is I've just gotten basically a comforter, an old comforter we had, and we've got a hall bath that's pretty small, and I just had put in some picture hangers kind of into the wall above it, and when I want to load film, either into the holders or into the developing tank or that type of thing, I just go into the bathroom, put that comforter. I've got little big size binder clips, like 3 of these, that I fit across the top, and I just hang them on the picture holders, slap the comforter over there, and then in the bathroom it's completely dark and I can do the changing. Hey, Joe. Hello. Can you hear me? There he is. Maybe Joe's there. So hopefully can. Oh, there we are. There we go.
Hey, how you doing?
I got audio. Good. How's it going?
Yeah, my audio is switched over somehow.
Oh, yeah. To see you, but couldn't hear you.
Yeah, I don't know how it switched over, but yeah, here I am.
Good. Glad you could make it.
Yeah.
Did you spend some time with mom, either in person or phone or whatever today?
I did last night.
Okay, cool.
They my nephews, unfortunately, I don't know, something's happening with them, so they're actually, him and my mom and my sister are with my nephew in the hospital right now. So.
Oh wow, what is it? You don't know what it is? Is he?
He's got some kind of. He'll be fine. It's just he's got some kind of. I don't know if it's an allergic reaction or what, but he's got some kind of like. His skin is just blistering and peeling, in random spots all over his body. Just.
Sounds like some allergic reaction to something. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's just. She sent me pictures. My little sister sent me pictures, and yeah, it's like bad. I mean, it's like half his finger in some cases are just like completely blistered and peeled away.
Yeah, that's weird. It happened. Something like that actually happened to our nephew. He's, what is he now? 19. But it happened in the spring. He just was out doing something, and then he got blistering, all kinds of stuff like that. And they took him in and they did all these tests, and they're like, yeah, it cleared up after a couple of days. They gave him some like steroids to clean it out or whatever. And they're like,
yeah.
Best we can, you might have inhaled, something like maybe in the air or something, got in and just went weird. So, okay, well, hopefully everything works out good. I mean, is he the 4-year-old? Is he 4 now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. That's always tough for little kids being in a hospital. So.
Right. Yeah. So it's, he'll be fine, but you're still like, it just doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? You're like, poor dude, man,
Yeah, well, just so he doesn't try out to be a hand model here in the
right, exactly. Bit. Yeah, like
doesn't want to be like George
and burn his hands and everything. Yeah, that'd be a huge yeah,
would be good.
But good. Yeah, he should be fine.
Okay, good. Hey Wes, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Doing well. Good. Glad you can make it. You noticed I titled this show "The MOAPS," the mother of all photo shares.
Okay.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I was wondering.
I tried for a minute to figure out what it was. And I was like, mother something, but I don't know.
Mother of all. And then I came up with the same goofy acronym for the Father's Day, because we're doing a show on Father's Day too, that's going to be like show. Did you guys see on the thing I got links? I kind of did what you did, Joe.
You did? Okay.
Events all the way out to show 200.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which will be like July 23rd, because we're going to take off next week. We won't have a show next week. And then the weekend around July 4th, I'm expecting not to have a show because I've got my brother and his family are in town. So I'm sure we'll be out doing something. So next week, and whatever is that, the 2nd, July 2nd, we won't have a show. So show 200 should be July 23rd.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
So yep, getting there. So yeah. But you, Wes, you get to spend some time with Mom this weekend, or?
Yeah, we go out on Saturday to avoid the crowds.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, took her out to lunch yesterday and had a nice time together.
Yeah, yeah. Pam and I went out to dinner last night, and kind of forgot about it. We just made plans. We're just going to go out for dinner Saturday night, and we got there and like, oh wait, it's like the pre-Mother's Day rush.
Yeah,
a lot of people kind of getting a head start on things, which was good. It was.
It's crazy.
Oh, no, I've got a buddy that owns a restaurant, kind of a mid to high end restaurant, and I mean Mother's Day is like the busiest day. It's busier than Valentine's Day. He says
wow.
It's just
yeah.
I mean, it's like the busiest day of the year. He says, yeah, I never get Mother's Day off.
Yeah.
Not at all. So, but
that's funny because I just got back from Costco like right now, and I was I had been happy Mother's Day-ing every flipping mother I know, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I didn't snap that I'm out there in it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't snap that I'm at, and yeah, now that Wes is saying that and everything, I'm like, that's why it was so like ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Kind of funny, but yeah, it was we were at Costco as well, and there were a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people running around. A lot of moms with flowers. And we also saw a couple guys and kids getting the flowers at Costco to take them. It's like, oh man, talk about last minute, 2:00 on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
that's
at
what
least
you
they
do,
remembered.
man.
It might be better late than never.
Exactly. And apparently they haven't seen their mom yet. So I
don't know. There's probably always a story there somewhere. So.
Right.
Somewhere behind that. So. Yeah, but I was just saying before you guys popped on it, I got out and did a little bit of photography this week, and but I spent most of the time this week trying to figure out how to pack everything up so I can safely take it with me up to New York. And I think I got it all figured out, so we'll see.
Right on.
Good.
Yeah. I think I get everything fit in that little backpack, and practice loading the film in a little changing bag, which is it's actually not that bad because the film's so big. I mean, it's so easy to orient the film and do that. So the only thing that's bad about it in that changing bag is it gets warm in there, warm and kind of sweaty in there really fast. So you don't want to spend too much time in there, especially if it's warm outside or whatever. But other than that, I think I should be good. Now it's just gonna be a big question of whether they're gonna whether I can get the film around without having to go through the scanner. If I do a hand check, if they'll do it without opening up the box.
Right.
Yeah.
So it could be a bit of a panic there. I guess I'll just tell them, again, do a hand check. If you have to open the box, then send it through the scanner. Yeah. Type of thing. So
plan on getting there a little bit early, and so you have time.
Yeah. We always get there. I would much rather sit at the gate for an hour than be running, to hopefully get to the gate before they stop boarding. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've had to run before. It sucks.
Yeah. It's so much easier. You get there early. You can read. You can surf the whatever, and you can just hang out, and then there's a lot less stress because it is getting tougher and tougher to go through the airport now. Security and stuff is always interesting, especially in big airports, big hub airports. Atlanta is definitely a big hub airport, and it'll probably be never know. It just depends what time of day. I always try to get the flights if I can to be like midday, because mornings are always busy. Everybody wants to get out, and usually I'm able to do it, but Atlanta's so busy though. I mean, you could go in the middle of the afternoon where theoretically there won't be any real traffic at all, and they will have anticipated that and cut the lines down, the staffing by a quarter. So now when there's really no flights coming out, it's worse than when there's all the flights going out because they have the staffing so low. So.
Right.
Well, you definitely don't want to get morning or even late morning or early evening or late evening, because that's all the business travel. I mean, if you're, as bad as midday can be, it's still better than.
Yeah, we found a lot of times, we try to leave if we can after like 10 o'clock in the morning and before like 4, but kind of that 10 to 4 time frame in the middle of the day. And then coming back, if we could travel on a Saturday, that's always good because Saturday's usually pretty good, and we're coming back on a Saturday, so it shouldn't be too bad. But it's always a challenge. So now I've got how much film? I've got like 20 sheets of whatever's left in a box of black and white, and then I've got a full box of color that I'm taking. Okay. So, and I don't think I'll use all of them, but I'd expect I would play, depending what it's like up there. I mean, it's like you were saying, Wes, it should be really pretty. All the leaves and everything up there. So if the weather cooperates, I mean, I might do some, a fair amount of color, and then black and white. Yeah, I've got
Have you been checking any webcams, Mark, to see what it's looking?
No, I did a little bit, but I haven't. I was mainly just kind of going through and trying to get like Google Maps type thing to kind of get a lay of the land and see where things are. But yeah, the webcams, I hadn't really done any of that yet, and I think I'll spend some time in the next day or two doing that. Cooperstown is a pretty small little town, so I think that's going to be the best opportunity there because it's just going to be Pam and I, and we can just do whatever we want to do. Our schedule's going to be pretty free. The other time we're going to be in Albany, Troy area, but that's for my nephew's graduation, college graduation. So, I mean, I'll have some time, but I'm not going to have like just freedom to do whatever I want whenever I want, which is fine. That's not the whole point. That's not the point of going there. But there's some interesting stuff in downtown Albany, like old industrial areas and that type of thing. I think what might be interesting for some black and white. So I've done a little bit of poking around there, but if I can get out maybe for a morning or something like that when we're there, and then a couple mornings or morning evening in Cooperstown. I think that would be nice. There's a couple of neat ball fields, that they built around the Hall of Fame. They're supposed to be pretty nice. Got a real authentic feel and that type of thing. I think that would be fun to do. And then the lake itself, there's a huge lake there That should be good as well. So good. How about you guys? I know Joe, you got some photo stuff in. I know you posted a couple images, photo shoot. Did you do any?
I had that shoot yesterday.
Okay.
And then I just picked up some prints right now from Costco.
Cool.
I was previewing them right now. Like I said, I just walked in the door, so I won't unravel these posters yet. But I'll save that till after the show. But
I want to spend some time you talking about that Bay photo thing you did.
Yeah.
I mean that sounds like that's.
But yeah, I did. Actually, here I'll show this one print. This is what I'm talking about as far as I thought I would put my money where my mouth was, but I went ahead and printed one of the photos that I edited on my phone. So
okay.
This is a 12 by 12 from Costco, and that's right off my phone, and it's decent enough quality for 12 by 12. And and everybody knows what if you're in Europe, I guess you don't, but a 12 by 12 is similar. That's the size of a tile in your average house, and so it's pretty easy to see what a 12 by 12 looks like. And the frame, I just went to Michael's and got, because I don't have 12 by 12 frames, so I bought a 12 by 12 frame at Michael's for, what was it, $9 something. It was like $10 basically. And then the girl gave me I bought two of them because I have two 12 by 12 prints, and the girl gave me a 40% off. So it was almost like getting one free.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I
mean, you can't beat it. You know what I'm saying? The print, let me see what Carl, just to give you information, current information. Let me see. So the 12 by 12 was, for two of them, it was $7.98. So it was $3.99 each. So
wow. I think that's cheaper than Adorama.
Yeah. So
Costco's really competitive on the pricing.
Can't beat it. This one's in black and white, and then this one's from yesterday's shoot, which is in color.
Okay.
But I tinted it, so it's got a little bit of the shadows are kind of blue, and the what's the other part of the tinting? I think it's the highlights are kind of yellow. So
okay.
But I mean, Costco prints good enough for that, and for $4. So basically, even if I paid full price for the frames, you're talking $14, and you got a nice little framed print that you can hang in your house, something you made on your phone. There you go.
Yep, exactly. And the quality is perfectly fine, like you said, perfectly fine for a 12 by 12.
Yeah, I mean, just don't go crazy. Don't, but that's a typical Instagram photo right there, man. That show you what kind of quality you can get off of Instagram, for Christ's sake. So, this is a respectable size to hang in your house somewhere, and especially kids' room, or like an office or something like this. That's not maybe your main living area or bathroom, or you're about to go on a trip. You're going to take a lot of photos of a lot of different things with your phone, and we all do. We have to take random. Heck, I have a tree in the backyard this morning, and I was having my coffee in the backyard this morning, as the sun was coming up, and there's a lot of, I don't know, honeybees, whatever you want to call them, bees, and they circle around this tree and they feed off it and stuff. And I was just doing random little photos and video of those bees, and it's a good example of just, hey, crop this a certain way, and the next thing you know, you got a nice, little. So, just trying to give people ideas, man. Get them things off your devices, and.
Yeah. I think we all fall into that trap. It's so easy because you just make the image and then you post it somewhere, and then that's it.
Yeah. For that matter, you know what, too, Mark? I even looked into just shipping them. Costco, for a 40 by 60 inch canvas wrap only charges like $5 to ship. So come on. I mean, come on, get those things printed. You don't even have to go to Costco. If you, I'm kind of far from Costco.
Yeah.
So I mean, it still, if you could ship them to yourself, they'll be there in like a week to 10 days, and it cost you less than $5. I can tell you that, because if a 40 by 60 is $5,
Yep. Exactly. Yeah, it is. It's really, in a whole scheme of things, really pretty inexpensive to do. The Costco prints aren't the tip-top best prints you can get, but they're better than
anything else.
Most people would ever need from the vast majority of what they would want to print and put on a wall.
Anything else you're going to do in less than an hour or same day, Costco odds are is going to be better than that. Unless you're in Atlanta, I'm in Phoenix. There's probably something around Wes's area too. There's good photo labs, independent photo labs in all of our areas that will print same day. But I'm just talking about
more expensive than Costco.
They're going to be a lot more expensive. They're going to do fantastic quality though.
Yeah.
It's a give and take. But for the most part of the ones that's available to all of us, you're going to go to a drugstore, you're going to go to a Walmart, you might even go to Target, Sam's or Costco. Sam's or Costco is going to be your best option, just because they maintain their equipment the best of all of them. So,
and part of that is because of the volume. They're using it a lot, which means they, in order to keep that volume up, they've got to maintain it and keep the equipment working.
Right.
So it makes a lot of sense. I mean, I think for almost anybody that would want to print out images from their phone or camera or whatever, Costco is a great option. Very good option.
Exactly.
Affordable and quick and affordable. Convenient.
Yeah, because by the way, for less than $300, you could get a 20 by 40 inch canvas wrap shipped to your house. Come on.
Yeah.
That's a bargain.
Yeah, if you're going to go big like that, I mean, $300 is a lot of money, but not for what you're getting.
Yeah, not for that. No.
That's, like you said, a canvas wrap print shipped for probably like $289 or whatever it is,
it's right close to 300, but it's just under. So maybe with your tax, depending on your area, it might go over, but. For $300, I mean, you're not going to get. I checked Bay Photo, for instance. They're $100 more.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Big difference, and maybe Bay Photo might give a little bit better image quality, but is it 50% better or what?
Right.
So
that would have to be considered. So it's just stuff to think about. But it's you're going to get better quality from a Bay Photo, but at the same time, Costco's only using, you have to order those canvas wraps. So they're using one lab that is going to be a higher quality even than their standard Costco warehouse lab. So, they're using one lab and then sending them out to you. So you're still going to get a fairly decent, when you're comparing a canvas wrap to Bay Photo has lots of different canvas wraps. And when you're comparing their basic canvas wrap to, a Costco canvas wrap, I would bet it's going to be pretty darn similar. It's going to be probably 90 to 95% of what you would get, with the Bay Photo one. So, well, cool. Yeah, well, let's go in. How about you, Wes? Any photography this week? I know you posted a couple pictures, it looks like, to the group.
Yeah, I did a couple Instagram shots and went out with the Kodak 6x9. I shot 4 frames, and I accidentally wound past one. Is one just a line across the paper? I didn't see a number 1. I just saw a line, and I kept winding, and then I got to 2.
It might, that might be it. Because there's the start. Did you see the start tab when you wind through?
Yeah, I saw start. Yeah,
and then then I think it is just a line. Because one is just a line, so that's probably.
I was like, I don't think it's not really a number; it's just a line. I'll keep going, and then I saw the 2, and I'm like, oh damn.
Lesson learned.
Right.
Yeah. So I lost a frame.
Yeah. What film was it you were using?
Ektar 100.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
And that sucks too in film because you can actually put a cost to that, right? You
Yeah.
know what I
Like,
mean?
oh, there's
Yeah.
a buck.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly. You're like, that's $1.
Digital doesn't matter. I mean, it's just, you just missed an
Right.
opportunity. It didn't cost you
Yeah.
anything, really.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
6x9, you only get 8 frames anyway, and now I just lost one. Now I'm only getting 7.
Yeah, so it's not only the actual monetary cost, but it's the actual physical cost of losing a frame.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Well, cool. I'm hoping to. Oh, I got a kind of related to filming and stuff. There's a Kickstarter. I think I'll talk about here a little bit. Have you seen that, Wes? The thing that was on. It's a software-based film scanning using your phone and a light board for scanning images.
Oh, I know. Didn't Lomography make something like that?
Yeah, and this is different, I guess. So
Different. Okay.
yeah, and the
I
guy's
haven't
doing
heard
a Kickstarter to promote it. So looks kind of interesting.
Okay.
I mean, it could. I don't know how the quality compares to doing it on, say, like an Epson V7, like a typical film scanner.
Mm-hmm.
There's also another Kickstarter I saw on Instagram. I get a lot of photography related advertisements on Instagram, and they were it's this Kickstarter that is making high quality, and for now, while they're still in Kickstarter mode, it's only $150 for whatever size, whatever filter they have, but they have an ND combined with the polarizer filter.
Okay. To what? To go on your phone?
To go no on your camera. So they have either specific sizes, so that you can screw on to your lens, or they have these square ones that have a special mount that they have, that you can attach to different size lenses. So either one, I think it's I think they have 2 price points for depending if you want. They have 2 price points, but I forget how that part worked.
Okay, all right. I'll have to check that out.
But it seemed like a pretty high quality deal and all that. But it seemed like a good deal for having a polarizer mixed with an ND, and it was I think from 2 stops all the way up to 11 or 10 or something like that. It was
a big stopper. That's what Simi needs.
Yeah, but it seemed pretty cool, man. Super. They compared their filter to others, even other high quality filters.
Like what, Koken, Lee, that type of thing. Is that what they?
Yeah, who knows? They didn't really say.
There's so many of them, yeah.
But they showed the difference in temperature. So theirs was more neutral. You know what I'm saying? More true to what you actually saw, and didn't tint it. Because once you mix that polarizer in there, that could go a few different ways. So, seemed pretty cool. I forget the name of the Kickstarter, of course.
Yeah, if you could just search like Kickstarter photography, you'll probably come up with quite a bit.
Yeah.
Hey, Dennis.
That gets dangerous.
I just heard Wes say about winding the frames on.
Yeah.
Pictures.
So what's your opinion, Dennis? Is just a line, is that actually the one?
Yeah, the line on the back of the 120 is supposed to stop when it gets to the arrow, is it?
There's a stop and then there's a line.
Yeah.
Which I think does indicate one. I've never worried about it because I on the roller cord I just roll it up to the stop, then I close the back and then I just wind it, and I've never.
Yeah, this doesn't have the automatic stop. Yeah, like that.
Okay. Yeah.
You got to look at the numbers.
Oh, okay.
Did you not wound it back, Wes? Put the lens hood on and then wound it back.
I would have had to open up the back of the camera to do that.
Oh, what's a wind it back? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah, you'll know next time.
I just, it's not a huge loss. It's 75 cents or whatever. It's not worth bothering with.
Yeah, it's all a learning curve.
Right.
Yep. And like Joe says, with film, when you make a mistake, it costs you money. Digital, not so much.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Next time I'll know.
Yeah, well, that promotes faster learning because it's a direct hit to the pocket.
Tim loaded a roll of 36 shots into his 35 mil, and off he went, took 36 pictures, and the leader hadn't taken up. He wasn't watching the line coming around, then developed it, and he didn't get much.
Yeah.
Just a whole lot of nothing, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least he's got the memories.
Yeah, that's true. I said to him, at least now you'll watch the wheel turn when you wind on.
Yes. Hey, there's Simi live in person.
Yeah, man, that's
coming back from another camera tossing event.
I think that's he's live from the camera tossing. Yeah, that's
I heard he signed up. He's starting to accept clients for camera tossing technique
classes. Yes,
yeah, probably coming back
workshop,
from class.
A camera tossing workshop.
Yes. Yeah. And you can start holding them in like places like Iceland and Antarctica and Zion, you know,
all these exotic places. Yeah,
camera tossing in Iceland.
There's
it's a matter of time before it becomes an Olympic sport.
Yeah. See, Saturday is the underhand, and Sunday is the overhand toss. So yeah.
Yeah, I can see it, Joe. There'd be women's teams as well as men's.
Yes, and then on special workshops, on the Monday they have a combination where you have the underhand and the overhand, and then on the Monday is the big day. That's the one you want to spend the extra money for. So
don't listen to us, Sammy. Just keep driving. You don't want to be distracted.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Hey, you showed up. I mean, you're gonna get camera tossing comments. I mean, it obviously works for you. So
yeah, whatever works, man.
That's right.
I mean, that's all that matters right there.
That is true. That is true. So, how about you, Dennis? Any photography this week? Any get out with the camera? The weather cooperate?
No, afraid not. That's
no.
No, I've been busy doing decorating in the kitchen.
Oh, okay. Well, that means the construction project's coming to an end, right?
Yeah, all the new kitchen units are in. Yeah, the floor's done, the ceiling's done. So.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Got to buy a couple of doors.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's got no sink, by the way.
No sink. Okay.
Yeah.
Put that in at the end. That's good. I mean, you've been working on that for 6 months or so. It seems like.
Major job.
Yeah, a lot of work. Well, good. How about you, Simi? Looks like you got some stuff in here this last week, huh?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. Some more waterfalls. So yeah, good stuff. Are you coming back from shooting now? Or are you out with out and about, just doing errands?
I was at a location, mostly scouting. So
okay.
We'll see.
Okay. Yeah. As a professional camera tosser, you do have to make sure there's enough room above you.
Exactly.
You don't want to get caught in the canopy of the trees or anything like that.
Yeah.
So.
Trees, wires, there's all sorts of, things.
You need to scout your locations ahead of time.
And then you don't want to throw it up and then the wind catches. So you got to make sure there's a lot of things to check, because if the wind catches it the wrong way and then takes it to the water, and then he's had that happen before, you don't want that happen.
It's been a challenge, yeah.
No water today. It was actually woods today.
Okay, cool. Camera tossing in the woods.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Good. Well, Joe, do you want to talk a little bit about your
branches?
Okay. Do you want to talk a little bit about your Bay camera framing experience?
Sure. It's let me see here. Now
I think it's interesting. I mean, if
you mean just like Bay Photo, you want me to talk about?
Bay Photo. I mean,
okay.
Is it like you were saying? It's like some kind of like an app, basically. You download and then you can move your images directly to it, and it takes care of all the profiling and everything it needs to do to.
Right.
Get you,
It's basically a web app sort of deal that mounts,
Okay.
you know, on your desktop.
All right.
And I'm starting it now, and it does take a minute or two to load up,
Okay.
you know. But then
So
it's
you don't
always
really download anything. It's more of a, you just go to a web
You-
app and then.
you do download it. Like I say, it'll sit
Okay.
on your desktop,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But then it takes a few minutes to, you know, open up.
Okay.
But once it's open, then you have here I just opened it.
Oh,
So I can share the screen here and show you exactly what I'm looking at.
Yeah, because
See if it'll.
I'm intrigued by that because I've actually have some images I think would be good for that now.
So what I'm going to show you is the actual web, you know, their app. So
Okay.
this is what you're going to see is this window here.
Okay. Rose. Okay. Yep.
So they have this. Let me see. I'm logged in. So you click start up here, and then
All right.
that'll get everything started. Come on, guys.
Okay.
Or maybe I have to. Let me see here. Let me just click. Which one is Here's the exposure, but where am I? I'm actually in a little bit of a weird deal here. It should just start. It has in the past, of course. Now it's not. Let me just go to this exposure deal here and go from there. This is the wall sort of thing. This is the exposure, you know, with the prints. They have like a wall presentation, but I don't want that. Yeah, because that's the display kit. So you could pick a size here, as you can see. I'll just go like 30 by 40, for instance, or let me go 30 by 60, and then you can kind of see the canvas here. You know, so that's your 30 by 60 size, and then it'll load up whatever photos you want. So you pick, you know, wherever your photos are at that you're going to want to load up here. From I have these on my desktop.
Okay.
And then and then you just kind of, well, you can double click or drag them up here and then see exactly what your print's going to look like, and then you can adjust things here. And whatever you would want to do, right, to get it set right. But
so the stuff off that you're dragging in off your desktop, did you export those? Did you work down in Lightroom and then just exported them as a TIFF?
Yeah. No, just as a JPEG. But you could make them a TIFF.
Okay.
You could make them most formats. I don't.
And you're not attaching any print profile or anything to it. You're just high quality JPEG or whatever. Okay.
Right. And so once you're done here doing whatever kind of adjustments you're going to want, then you just add that to your cart. You can see the price right away for that particular print.
Okay.
And then let's pick another one, let's say. So you go here. Let me put, I think this one's too small, but we'll put that one in there, for instance. You know what I'm saying? Let's say I've made all my adjustments again and add that one to the cart. You immediately see your price up here.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
you could use this obviously for yourself, or if you want to have clients or customers want to order prints.
Right. Yeah. No, you can exactly use it, because let's click the cart. So you click the cart. When you sign up, you put it, because they're acting like you're a pro, right? Like you've got clients and all this sort of thing. So right here in your options, it gives you whatever options you have available to you for whatever you've ordered.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have different options for these exposure prints than you are for gallery wraps or for fine art prints, or you know what I'm saying? So right here they have an area for reference info, and this is, you can see they clearly, you know, spell out what everything is. So this area is not used by the lab, but will show your order record. So if you wanted to put some sort of reference for yourself in there, you could.
Oh, okay. Like,
you know, say you would just
wedding
click
order
this
or something. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's set up for for not only hobbyists, not only semi-pros like myself, but also full-time pros. So, and then you could click rush order, you can click all these different options that are available to you. They're constantly sending promo codes, so you could click this, put a promo code in here. Now, keep in mind that when you open your account, you're putting in all your information, your mailing address, a credit card, or multiple credit cards. All that sort of thing is already in there. It's a lot like Amazon, if you will. Okay. So that by the time you get down here, and then you can put in the instructions that you want, that you want them to know, or however you want something done in a particular way, or maybe you want something shipped in a particular way. And then once you click this, complete and send order, it's on its way. It's that simple. It's, especially for myself, because they've already got my credit card, all that information's in there. So the minute I get it all set up here, and I click complete and send, it's on its way. And you'll see it once you do click that. You'll see it. A little bar will come across there that it's uploading, and that's it.
Okay. I forgot. I went to their site as you were talking, and by golly, I do have an account with them that I set up a few years ago, and I didn't do anything with. But I logged in, and they still have my account. And then you go into resources, and then you see all the software and everything. You can this Rose ordering software. It looks like I could open it up and do the same thing. Huh. Yeah. Okay.
So cool. you may need to go in there and double check your account and maybe update some stuff. They might have had different options when you first opened it compared to now. But go through, and I noticed that even when I ordered these prints from Costco, even Costco has some nice standard default options now as well when you order prints from them. So it just makes it so convenient, so the minute you put your images in there, as far as like what images you want to sample from, kind of like a what would you call that, like a tray. So you put your images in a tray down below, and then once you select your canvas that you want to work with, you're just putting them up into there.
Okay. So the key is that whatever images you have, that if you're using Lightroom or Photoshop or whatever, you pick the ones, and then you've got to export them to your desktop or somewhere on your computer.
Right.
So all the settings and everything are there, and you can dump it into there. Okay, cool. So you ordered these. How long did it take once you ordered it? Like a week?
I ordered them. I ordered them not this past Thursday, but the previous Thursday. So a week from this past Thursday, and then I got them. I actually received them Thursday morning. They came FedEx to my door. You know what I'm saying? So that was the standard delivery. I think they only charged. I don't know. I forget exactly what they charged. I got the exposure prints. I can I can show you what they look like on my wall.
So it's like FedEx ground, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 or 3 day, whatever.
Right. Yeah. So let me give me just a second, and then I can send the photo from my phone to the computer, and then
I haven't used them in the past. Have you, Dennis or Wes? Have you guys ever used Bay Photo or
no?
Don't think they send your stuff through England, do you?
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, Dennis. Is there like an equivalent professional online photo lab printing solution?
We got plenty of shops come now. You just walk in and tell them what size you want. Download the stuff on the machine, and they print it for you while you wait.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, because I know Bay Photo, and there's other ones too, but I mean they kind of pitch it as like professional photographers will have have their website where they go, and then clients can just click and go, and then they link it up somehow. So when the client orders the images, it links, and then it shows up in this software basically, and then the photographer can approve it and do whatever's needed, and then send it off and have it. I mean, they'll send it directly to the client, won't they, Joe? If you put in the setting, right? They'll send it directly to the client with your logo and sort of Joe D Photography.
Yep.
Will show up. So they kind of like white label it for you and make it from the client's perspective, it's like you printed it and sent it yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Bay Photo is. I mean, they've been around 40 years, I think. I mean, they've been around quite some time. Here, I can show you a screenshot really quick of my. So that's the print on my wall of that exposure series.
Oh, okay. Yep.
It's so hard to describe to you how good that print looks. I mean, it looks exactly as it did on my screen. I mean, exactly. And it's the most. I ordered it, flat. And it's so matte and it's like this velvety kind of real satiny. The blacks are just so deep, and the whites are nice and white. Depending on your light, it seems to change with the light. But I am so impressed with it.
Cool. And good. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. I mean, I've got a few that I think would last, and I'm sure I'll have hopefully a few more after this trip. I think,
what size was that, Joe?
That size was a 20 by 40.
20 by 40.
Yeah.
What's it cost?
It was, I want to say, $91.
$91.
And on the website, they do a really good job on the website of showing you, and they have videos as well of what that exposure series is all about. And it's basically having a regular print, like if this envelope was a print. So it's a regular thin print, but on each side here is an aluminum flat rail. So on all four corners it has like a pocket, if you will. So each end of that flat rail is gonna go into that pocket. So you'll have one here and one here, and then you'll have another aluminum bar that's flat, though, mind you, and it'll go across to tighten it. And so it looks like this flat print is just floating on the wall. It is so cool.
I'm going to show. I just found it. I just went on the other side.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it'll do a much better job just by looking at it than I would. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So, all right. So there it is. The image, I guess, goes on the frame, and then it's adjustable. So you're buying the frame, and then it's adjustable for different sizes.
Right. Yep. Okay. Exactly.
So it looks like it's maybe 3/4 of an inch thick or something like that. So just enough to set it off from the wall. Okay.
And it just, oh my, I'm telling you guys, I can't even.
That's interesting. I might have to get one of those.
And then the value to it, is that it's like I discussed, that size was $91. Now, once you have, let's say you decide that, every one I want after that is going to be the same 20 by 40. So now you've already got the frame. If all you want to do is replace that print, you can buy just the print part. So now you don't need the frame anymore, and you can. They ship it. Let me show you the box. Hold on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks like it's pretty. So you're paying initially. You buy the frame, and then you can order. So you pick a size that you like, I guess, and then if you can get other prints, then you're just essentially paying for the print, and then you can just swap them out.
Yeah, you can swap them out, and then the cool thing is they get the shipping box that it comes in is a triangle.
Okay.
The bottom is clearly labeled bottom.
All right.
That's dummy proof, okay? But what I love about it, the box is even high quality, and they encourage you to do this. So you open it like this, and then it folds out, okay? And then you can see that this little thing. So inside of this wrapping is your print rolled up.
Okay.
So they encourage you to save your box so that when you swap these out, you take the other one and put it rolled up back in the box.
Okay. Yeah.
And see, it just folds inside of itself so easy.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And then it
just sits. Yeah, you can just sit it on the floor or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, wherever you want. And the way they put this in a triangle is perfect because if you get multiples of these, you stack them inside and out of each other, and they'll go straight, or you can put them alongside of each other and they'll go round. You know what I'm saying? So they're easy to store.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can be very efficient if you have multiple. You just fit them together like a puzzle and
Right.
a lot. So, that's
So-
cool. I'm gonna have to check that. I'm gonna check that out. I wonder
They've
if
thought it
City has
out.
done this too. That's interesting.
And then I have some.
Did you have to buy the frame separate, Joe, or does it come with that $91?
For the $91 was with the frame. So I ordered 2 of them,
Okay.
and they both came with the frame. So now, if I ever want another 20 by 40, and I just want to replace one of those prints or both of those prints that I already have, I believe it's like $20 or $25 cheaper without the frame.
Okay. All right.
So that's a pretty, you're already saving, let's say, whatever percentage that is.
Now, do the prints have some little? They have some little pockets, like you said, on the corners that you fit onto the.
Right.
Okay, that's the unique thing. So it's not just it's not just a regular print.
Right.
Well, it is, but it's on a special paper that's got those pockets that allow you to put it on.
God, I wish I could describe. Okay. Oh, I know how to describe it. It's the same sort of, I'm going to call it paper, but it's really a film. And it's a very similar film to what you would put on your screen of your phone. Okay. So it's a plasticky kind of real. So you do have to be a little delicate with that print.
It's almost like a Mylar, like a Mylar or something.
Yeah. Okay. It's very hard to describe because the actual whatever substance they're using to print is they cover it with another film as well. So it'll come with a film that's similar to the film that's on your computer or on your screen of your phone when you buy it. When you peel that off, it's going to be a very similar film on the front of that print. So that until you get it mounted, it's the last thing you do is peel that off. But while you're handling that print, even with that film on there, be careful because that would be a little tip, is because it is scratchable, if you will. You know what I'm saying? You'll notice. Now, from a distance, I couldn't notice it, but once I got it mounted and I really closely was looking up, like straight up at it from the bottom up, I did notice a couple little rub marks. But I mean, that's the only way I noticed them. But it did make a mental note, for me. I was like, okay, I was super careful in the first place, but I'm like, if I ever talk to somebody about this, I'll warn them about that, just be careful with them. But man,
here's their pricing. So like you said, Joe, you got a 20 by 40.
Yeah.
And it was whatever. It was $91.
Yeah, $91.
So if you were just to get more prints that fit that frame, it's $63.
Oh, 63. So that's even cheaper. Yeah.
$26. So like a 20 by, they do 20 by, they do some squares. 16 by 16.
Yeah.
That one, 30 by 30. Wow. There you go. You get a good picture of the roller. There you go, Dennis. You get the get that Bronica out there and get it. You can get a 30 by 30. So a 4 by 5. So what could you do? A 40 by 80. Wow, that'd be good.
What'll shock you too is how light it is, because, and like I say, it's just like that plastic papery stuff, and with just a tubular aluminum frame. So it's like you could hold the whole thing with one finger.
Okay. So it's easy to I like that. That's an interesting. It sets it off on the wall, so it's kind of hanging. It gives a little bit of a 3D feel to it.
Right.
That's slick.
And then they ship the hardware that you need to mount it to your wall. So they have their own proprietary little wall hanger that they ship it with, and it holds that tube nice and level and everything. Now, I don't like holes in my wall. I can't stand it. So I made a video for like a little hack, if you will. Everybody likes to call everything a hack. So, but it's not really a hack. What I did was I took my large prints here, and I can actually tilt my screen up and show you. So you can see my large prints that are above my head here. They actually have glass. So those are 20 by 30 prints that have glass. They're very heavy. Now, I use those big stickers to mount those to the wall. That I have extras of those stickers, right? And so I use those stickers to stick their plastic little holder that they want you to nail to the wall or screw into the wall, and I just stuck it to the back of that and stuck it on the wall and hung it like that. So,
All right. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Because that little plastic hanger deal that they have that the tube goes into is flat plastic on the back,
Okay.
and
So it's designed. It's the hanger's designed to fit into the frame, basically, the back of the frame.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You have it right there. Yeah, you have it right there.
Yep.
So the back side of that goes on the wall is flat. So and it's the perfect size for one of those longer strips that you'll get in a large frame, kit for those. What do they call them? Command. I think they're called command.
Okay. Yeah, like the peel and stick things.
Yeah.
Cool. And so this is probably even better because like you said, the frame's light, so it's not a huge. Yeah. It's not near as heavy as the traditional 20 by 30 with a glass front on it.
Right. Like those frames that I showed you. Those frames are heavy.
A couple pounds instead of 10 or 12 pounds.
Right.
Or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
So. And Simi, I have another one, Mark. I'm sorry, I don't want to take up your whole show.
Go ahead.
But I have another one. Now, I told you that I told Mark. I don't know about if I told the whole room here, but I was going to order a couple of Godix strobes. I went ahead and put that off, and I bought some furniture.
Okay. Well, it's the same thing.
You need somewhere to. You need, it's like, do I keep buying camera gear or do I actually have somewhere to sit? So I opted for somewhere to sit. So I already had, as a matter of fact, the sofa in back of me was in the living room. So I already had, but I just wanted a nicer sofa set. In any case, when I was at American Furniture is where I bought that furniture from, and it came up in conversation that I was a photographer and stuff. And so he told me, the salesman, he was real cool, and he told me, he says, you know what? He says, if you want, man, you should submit your photos to us, and if they get selected, we print them and put them in the store, and as people buy them, you get revenue.
Oh, okay. Like, so they use them for wall art in the stores.
Yeah. So I immediately thought of Sim because I'm like, well, I'm sure you don't want my work in
art
here.
Nude. Depends on the kind of furniture they're selling now. Come on.
I'm sure my work isn't quite appropriate, but I do know some other people that might, So he told me, he says, you just go on American Furniture Warehouse on their corporate site. And they have information for you photographers to submit photos.
Simmy's work would be perfect for that.
That he was immediate, because some of the work that they already had in there that was submitted by other photographers was, I mean, giving them at least a little credit was okay, but Sims was like, I mean,
their camera tossing technique is not nearly as perfected.
You know what? I think they're going sidearm, and no one, you can't do that anymore. I mean,
that's so 2010. I mean, really.
Yeah, they're going like, between the legs, underhand like that, and you're like, come on, man, granny style, really, dude? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, good. Yeah, Cindy, I'd check that out. That's because American Furniture Warehouse, they're not in the East Coast. They're pretty much in the West. They started in Denver. And the guy that started it, right, Jake Jabs?
No.
Was the guy in Denver? He was the guy that started it. He's this old guy, and the joke was, why don't the women bend over at American Furniture Warehouse? Because Jake Jabs.
But I mean, they do advertise now. I don't know.
Yeah, they advertise a lot, and they move a lot of furniture.
A lot of furniture. Now they do advertise that they ship to all 48 states.
Yeah, they'll ship it anywhere. Yeah.
I thought, wow, that'd be cool as hell. I mean, why not submit a couple images, see how it goes?
Yeah, because I'm sure people they're in, because they got all the little showrooms in their warehouse. So here's the living room set. And they've got it coordinated with the wall, and they're like, I like this couch and love seat. And hey, can I have that picture on the wall? And I'm like, sure.
Right.
Sure.
It's exactly because
and we'll ship it with your furniture.
Right. Yeah. And the thing of it is you're already in that mode of like buying, because I almost did it. I'm like, and you're looking at some of the stuff they have, they have a whole little living room deal, like you said, set up, and it's so tempting to go. You know what? Let me have everything that's right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
You
like
don't have to
this
think
room. I
about
want this room in my house.
In my house, right? Yeah, and you know they're making, like we talked about earlier, they're making 40 by 60 canvas prints of your stuff already there. I mean, how cool is that? You know what I'm saying?
That's a great idea. Yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And that just kind of led me to thinking. I thought of Sim immediately, and then that led me to think, boy, how many other furniture places are doing this, or how many other places, period, do that sort of thing. You know, so.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I never really thought about that, but that makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Any office furnishings, anything, that's like related to home stuff. I mean,
right, and then that made me think too. I remember seeing. Now you guys, maybe it is a secret, but I'm that guy that downloads all kinds of shows from the internet. So, but I do remember seeing a couple of English cruising shows, cruise ship shows, and that's how they got a lot of their art for their cruise lines.
Okay, for all the rooms and everything. Yeah.
Right, yeah, for the new ships, they have photographers submit. Well, they hire an art guy, and that art guy, that's where he's getting all his art from. He just, he has photographers submit art to him, and then, if their art gets selected for the cruise ship, I mean, they're buying thousands. They're not buying one or two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, getting hooked up by them is like, boom, baby.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah. Now, that's a great idea. That's a very good idea. And Simi, you've got a lot of stuff that would be people would love to have above their living room set.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to check it out.
Yeah, I would. I think that's good.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He told me that, and I was like, ding, 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 ding in my head. You know what I mean? I was like, wow, that's a hell of an opportunity right there.
Yeah. Yep. Very good. Awesome. Good stuff. Well, let's go into the images, because Simi posted some more camera tossing images, and I think it'll be cool to look at these. Okay, I think this was the last one from last week, right? Yeah. All these crappy Italian cars in the rain.
Dude, who wants wet Italian cars? Come on.
Yeah, really. At least have the sun out.
I mean, really?
Oh, man. Great stuff. So I go from that to water, more water. So this is all these, these are those multi-level falls you were talking about last week, Sim?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. I read your post. That was a great post on your blog.
Cool.
Very nice.
Yeah. Glad somebody read it.
Yeah.
So there's one confirmed read.
Yes. Very detailed. I love it. I mean, it's very, very well done. Nice detail, and kind of flowing, talking about how nice flow of the text. Yeah, very good. So this one is, where is this in that series of falls? Is this the beginning or the end, or in the middle somewhere?
That's near the beginning. That's the second drop. Yeah.
Wow. Look at that.
And when I took this, you're like in a tunnel, basically, with a large boulder across where this goes underneath.
Okay.
So, but it looks like you're in the water, though.
Okay. All right. So the water's actually going underneath the rock below you. Going underneath below. Okay. So it's worn out the center of the rock, basically.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Is this a 10 stopper, Simi?
Yes.
Yeah. 119 seconds. There we go. He's going big at the beginning, right at that. 119 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the water was flowing well enough to. I didn't need to use a 10 stopper, but I wanted to give the water after the falls a more dreamy like quality. So.
Yeah. So all this stuff here, basically.
Hammer down. Yeah.
And I love all the color and texture and the moss on the walls here.
Tons of texture, tons.
Yeah.
Lots of contrast there. I love it. Yeah.
And this almost looks like snow, but I don't think it is. Is it just like mineral deposits or something?
Yep, that's all it is. Yeah, no, there's no more snow left.
Yeah, okay. April 29th. I would hope not. Yeah.
Better not be, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, these
Actually,
waterfalls.
I think those white ones are like that scaly lichen or something like that.
Oh, okay. All right. So there's some kind of like little creature of some kind. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Oh, this one. Oh, this is great. I didn't notice this the first time, but you see that like the trail of the water on the outside, so you can tell where the water's moving faster.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's why I wanted 10 stop, because you get a lot of cool effects like this.
134 seconds. Okay. Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it's neat as this fall kind of crosses over this other one that's coming down.
Yeah, so it's a horsetail and a cascade all both in one.
Wow. Potomedes Pool. And he's got an asterisk next to that. So that means what? Read the blog post for the explanation?
Just a note for myself.
Oh, okay. All right.
You ever seen those guys that shoot smoke? Like
Mhm.
that's what that looks like on the near side of the river part of
This
it.
stuff here? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a smoke trail or something. Yeah.
There's some guys that shoot smoke that just man, their work looks incredible.
This is really cool because you can see where the water falls down and it flows faster on the outside than on the inside. The inside is relatively calm because there's no motion in that. And this is over 2 minutes, so yeah, you can know that this water stays pretty calm for the most part on the inside. So much there. Have you been here in the winter at all, Simi?
Yeah, I got a couple shots. I actually posted a couple when it was in the winter, actually, of this particular one right here.
Okay.
It looks 100% different.
Yeah, I would say it would. That's cool.
It seems 100% more unstable too.
Yeah.
If you go when I can't imagine stepping on some of those rocks when they're all wet, full of snow and whatever.
Yep, it's occupational hazard there. I mean,
Yeah, at your own risk for sure. Yeah.
This one. Okay, so this is right. So here's what the one in the last shot, and then here's right below it. Okay. Now, were these leaves here?
Yep.
Okay.
They are. Yeah. Whatever leftover debris.
Okay.
And where I was standing is basically might as well have been snow and ice.
Mm-hmm. I'd imagine this rock with the moss.
Yeah.
And the water on it was probably pretty slippery.
You're kind of like at a 40-degree angle or so.
Okay. Yeah.
While I'm trying not to fall.
Yeah. That's just great. All the old leaves and stuff on the ground up here getting lit up by the sunlight. And this is neat here. I like this little patch of the brown water. It's probably just a different rock or something underneath that. Yeah.
And you still see the other one in the rear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could still see that one.
Yeah, I need to get up there with some film and shoot some of this. That would be unbelievable. Wow, great stuff. This is okay. This is 119. Man. So is this one?
That's the bottom of that one previous.
Oh, okay. So last shot you were up here basically.
Yeah.
And this is the bottom. Okay. All right. So you're kind of working your way down the falls then. Yeah, this is really interesting. And what's for me, you got all this green and brown and all this kind of in here, and you got the water, but then this little section of the whatever it is, white lichen or whatever's on there is just very nice. And you can see the rocks under the surface. Wow.
Yeah, people jump in this pool like from the very top over to your right, or they slide from the left into it.
I don't know. The young
Usually,
man's sport there, young man's sport.
usually, yeah, they kind of wait till it gets a little deeper, but yeah,
Mhm.
I've seen them in there when it's this deep as well. So
This doesn't look at, what, maybe 3 feet?
I know.
I mean, those rocks do not look that far below the surface.
I know. Yeah.
I got to imagine there's people that are sliding in and they're slamming their feet into these rocks and not having a good result.
If you see this fat guy slipping in that damn thing, it's because it was an accident. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's excellent. Excellent stuff. Beautiful area too, man.
Yeah.
So how far a hike is in it? How far do you have to walk to get to this point, to these falls?
oh, not far at all.
Really? Okay.
It's just right, it's straight from the parking lot almost.
Wow.
Not even maybe 50 yards, and then you're right at the top of the first falls.
Wow. Cool.
And then the entire journey down is maybe a half mile,
Okay.
a little less, yeah.
That's great. But what you should have said, Sammy, was I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning and hike
Yeah.
in
Yep.
over mountains
Yep.
and fight off wild boar and black bear to get here just in time for the sunrise. And then yeah.
We got one spot that's like that.
Okay.
I had to fight the bears uphill both ways, Mark.
Yes.
It's
That's-
amazing how it's uphill both ways.
Yeah, this is awesome. There's some great images. And here is so this was yesterday's shoot, huh, Joe?
Yeah.
Julie. This has got I want to say, almost come to mind, almost like a Marilyn Monroe kind of look to her.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a lighting. I don't know, but it's cool.
Did you soften this, Joe?
Just a little. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little, because I did shoot this natural light. So
Okay.
she's looking up at one of the lights in the house, and
Which is what this is right here.
Yeah.
Is it the light? Okay. Yeah. Right here,
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
So I had her leaning over actually my kitchen island, and she's looking right directly into one of the lights, that are over the island. So
Okay.
yeah, no, she's a stunner, man. Even in person, there's a few models you shoot, that they're you have to work on them a little bit, and they look very beautiful, and then there's some that are just naturally just. I call it like there's women that are beautiful, and then there's some women that are hot, like they're just hot. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some people that are just they're just freaking hot. Not necessarily, just beautiful or they're gorgeous and she's one of them. She was very, very, very hot, very beautiful, gorgeous. Yeah.
No, not a lot of work needed in post to.
Not a lot. No, she. Takes really good care of her skin and everything. So yeah, very little. This is total 100% Lightroom. Just I did some tinting on it, and that would be kind of the most difficult thing, is trying to find the right mixture of tint to use. But that's a little bit of an art form in itself when you're using.
Oh yeah.
You're starting to use tints as well, but I've been playing with, that's been my latest little project, is playing around with different tinting. But she's an actual playmate. So she's last year's Miss I forget what month, but yeah, she's an actual recent playmate. So
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, that was another one from yesterday. Just a total low key image. I love to use low key and high key. I know it's kind of old school for some people, but I still dig it. But
yeah, this is great.
It was a little short for the frame, so extended my background. I've been doing that a lot lately as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I extended the background on the left and the right in Lightroom. So I've been learning how to, while I'm shooting, I already kind of know that something's kind of off canvas, if you will. And so I've been definitely learning, okay, this one's going to, with that new lens I have too. So this one's going to be all 1.8. So it's nice and blurry and I can extend it without anything, without anyone noticing too much. Or
yeah, so you take a section and essentially add it to the end. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. And she, like you said, yeah, she's a very beautiful woman.
Yeah, very gorgeous girl. So great personality. You know, that your typical playmate, you know what I'm saying? Blonde, kind of hazel eyes, you know, just gorgeous eyes, beautiful eyes. Yeah. Yeah. Great girl, man. Great girl. So
very nice. Okay, these next four, and they didn't post in the order I wanted, but these, I went out to that little park again on Thursday, and I just wanted to try to get an idea what the difference was between different filters. So I did 4 shots, the same scene. So this is the first one. So no filter, f45, I think it was like a 15th of a second or something like that. And it was really sunny. The sun had just come up, so you see these little streaks of sunshine coming in, and there was a little bit of mist on the water back by the bridge. And I tried to essentially just process everything this exact same to just see if I could tell a difference between.
Was that a couple of people in the water there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a fisherman there, another one there, and then this is a great blue heron.
Okay.
It's just he was walking around. You'll see him move depending on the image. But yeah, this guy was fishing, and this guy was just, I think, sitting there just watching. This is like 8 o'clock in the morning, something like that. So this was no filter. And the sun was really bright. I mean, it was just, I mean, my light meter, I got EV values of 8 in here and 18 right there. So it's like a 10-stop range from dark to light. So, and I tried to get this area to come out with some detail. So this is like maybe a 9 or a 10 as far as on exposure values here. So that's no filter.
Okay.
This one, oh, this is 3. Okay, so this is the orange filter, f45. So, and it ended up being a little longer, like an 1/8 of a second, you know, because of the filter added an additional stop, basically. But this one, orange, and it cut through the haze a little bit because I'm seeing some more of these rays coming down. I'm assuming the clouds look to be a little more defined. Here's the heron. He's back on this rock. This is the third one I took. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't come up in the order. But I think there's a little more detail over here on the leaves. This is with the orange filter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the leaves are a little more defined if I look at that tree there.
Yeah. Not as many shadows.
Yeah.
And then it looks like the clouds move, so that.
Yeah, I mean, the clouds were kind of moving, you know, so I mean, it's not an exact, I mean, I tried to get through as fast as I could, but it still takes a few minutes, so. It's not like multiple frames per second, it's multiple frames.
Is there lens hoods for this? That's what it looks like the sun's actually doing. Like,
yeah, it is. I mean, there is a lens hood. I don't have one on this lens yet. I probably will get one because I'm definitely getting some flare. Yeah, but yeah, the sun was right there, and you can see there's even some little sparkles in the water where the sun's hitting the water. You see the little starburst patterns up here.
Oh yeah,
in a few little spots.
Has it changed your workflow?
What's that, Simmy?
Has it changed your workflow, the way you take a picture at all?
Using
this slower technique?
Yes. That's the biggest thing I noticed when I, even like 4 or 5 years ago when I started shooting the film, even with the rolleicord, it was just so much more deliberate. It just has to be. And this makes the rolleicord look like a
like digital.
Yeah, digital monster. This is a whole other thing. But I did notice. I mean, I haven't shot hardly any digital in the last few months. I've just been doing this. But I did notice going from that shooting on the medium format manual camera to digital that I didn't take as many shots. I was pickier about what I photographed and what I didn't photograph. And so yeah, I think I've become a lot more deliberate in what I do.
Well, yeah, I can tell a difference already, man. Because I love actually, this scene that you shot here. I like this one for sure.
Yeah, I think so. This is the third one with the orange filter. This is the orange filter, but f/64. This is the first time I've done f/64. So the sun went behind a cloud a little bit. I mean, this was like, I just flipped over the film holder, so this was like a 1.5 minute difference. But the sun went behind a cloud a little bit. But you can see I'm starting to get a little bit of motion blur in the water because I think this was a quarter second, maybe, going from 45 to 64. Yeah, so I think it went from 1/8 to a quarter, or maybe a half, something like that. But yeah. So the orange filter, I'm thinking I like better than, this is the yellow. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Dennis? Do you think the orange is going to be a little bigger difference between no filter and yellow, right? I mean, it's going to be another.
Yeah, I think the yellow filter is just a bit more subtle than orange. But orange, I prefer the orange one.
Okay. Yeah, I did these and I looked at them, and my immediate one was that I like the look of the orange a little more.
Yeah, you're going to have to try a red one next then, Mark.
That's going to be even more. Yeah, that's going to be a lot darker, won't it? Or
it certainly brings the clouds out. The ones I put up with the red filter, the clouds really stood out.
Yeah. I might need to get that, but I think.
Do you have a polarizer?
I don't have a polarizer for this one yet. No, I just got the orange and the yellow. I think a polar, that might help a little bit. I think it would help more. Would the polarizer help more with color than black and white? I would think, but I don't know. That might be the next one, is maybe get a polarizer, and I think I need a lens hood now. This is really the first time I've done shooting in the direct sunlight. I think that might cut down a little bit on some of the flare.
Yeah, I was deliberately taken into the sun with the red filter, Mark, just to see how much flare it was going to give me on the lens.
Yeah, and you did it cut it down quite a bit?
Yeah, oh yeah, it definitely works.
Okay. And that might need. I got these filters. I got them off eBay, a camera store. Where was it, somewhere on the West Coast? But they were like $15 each or something like that. And they're the glass, the B&W, with the brass ring, so they're decent quality. So that might be the one to get. And we go from that to Osprey.
Yeah, still practicing with these and trying to get a handle of using that lens on moving subjects.
Yeah, that's pretty good, Wiz.
Yeah, I think you're getting it. I think you're learning fast.
Real good.
Yeah,
Was this wide open?
Yeah.
f/6.3. I think that's wide open for that 600 millimeters, right? Yeah, or 562. Right. Yeah. A 2,000th of a second, ISO 800.
Yeah, he looks like he's looking right at you too. That's what's really cool about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really near some water, so he's probably looking for a fish.
How far away was the bird at this point?
Pretty close. Maybe, I don't know, 50
Okay,
yards.
so yeah, it looks like he's almost close to overhead. Almost.
Yeah, yeah.
Overhead.
Is that about 1,000 millimeter then on your camera?
Yeah, if I'm all the way out at 600, it's like 960 is what it works out to.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Did you happen to get any? Because I like the ones when they're wide out like that. The real trick is to get them when they're like coming down like this. Then you can
Yeah.
get the light coming off of those feathers like that, and then their look at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, and their claws are coming out. It's so cool.
Yeah, I haven't got any diving ones yet.
Yeah, but there's a lot of them out there. I imagine you just go out and wait around. You'll probably
Yeah.
you'll probably see it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's a. No, that's a great shot though, and that's you definitely. I mean, this is pretty sharp here. Yeah, that's hard to argue with that. For being in motion. Yeah, that's a good lens. That's a good job. And here we go again. Breakfast. You see the alligator.
Yeah.
He's like, You have chicken or beef? I think I'll have chicken today.
Yeah, we're eating in today. Yeah.
Yep.
No takeout.
That's great. It's just that. Yeah. So what is this? Is this a little heron of some kind?
Yeah, I think it's a blue heron of some kind.
Yeah.
Just not as colorful as most of them are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that taste like chicken? Huh?
That's good. That's a good shot. I like that.
God, all these are better headlines than I can ever come up with, man. I suck. I was thinking about that too when I posted those images. I'm like, okay, I got to come up with something cool.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's tough for me. I'm getting better at it though, but yeah, I mean it's interesting. Let's take a look at Julie and see.
It was literally, yeah. See, that's what I have no imagination for that stuff.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. Bird 1, bird 2, bird 3.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I could make the images, but that's about it, man.
Yeah.
I barely make images. You know what I'm saying? I could barely do that, let alone come up with titles for stuff and do all this creative writing.
I think, ooh, a mouse. Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's the images are great, even without the catchy titles. But, yeah. So
I did get the focusing system a little better this time. A little bit.
It's
yeah.
a little becoming a little more intuitive now.
I had like since the last shoot, I had about 40 minutes where I could play around with the focusing system. That's since the last shoot even. And I messed around with it for about 40 minutes, and God almighty, man. I mean, that thing, I love the way, and Wes is probably a little more familiar with it. I love the way I made it so that I'm using all 64 points, and it's literally tracking the face around the whole span of the viewfinder. It's just like, oh.
That's why I have it start on the center and then
follows it.
goes tracks. Yeah.
You have it in the center box?
Yeah, you start in the center and then it tracks from there. Is how I have it set up.
It's just oh my God, you're so cool, man.
Yeah, that is awesome actually. We don't have that, Dennis. Why not? We need face track in large format.
Yeah, it's a little tough to face track when you're, there's no faces in the river. I hope,
Yeah. I wanted to lock on to the heron and have it follow around, but
Yeah.
I do kind of wonder. That does give me an idea. Like, what if you went towards either dusk or dawn, and light painted, a river, or as the sun's going down, light painted. You know what I'm saying? While you're doing that, 500-second image. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And, you could do that. Yeah. Get yourself a little light stick or flash, any kind of colored light or whatever.
Yes, even colored light, or you know what I'm saying? Just like maybe, you know, some of those rocks that he's shooting around SimNet is, I mean, it seems like maybe you could color paint around some stuff and really get crazy with it. I don't
With
know.
120 seconds. I mean, you got some time there, you know.
Yeah.
You know, while you're sipping your cup of coffee, you could do some light painting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great images as always, guys. Fantastic, good stuff. And I'm definitely gonna check out that Bay photo thing. I think that's a neat.
I can't even. I wish there was a way, and I'm sure there is. I'm just not going to do it, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. But I wish there was a way. So that's what it comes out to. I wish there was a way that I could make a photograph so you could see what that print looks like. But
yeah, I think it's something you just need to see in person.
You just really,
yeah.
It makes your art look like a gallery, like a real gallery on your wall. It's just so classy.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Sim, I think you should give good old Jake Jabs a call and say, hey, I've got some. I toss my camera up in the air and occasionally I get a good shot, and I thought maybe you might want to see some of those of these.
Yeah. And then find those art directors. I'm going to actually be on the lookout for those guys. But you find the art director that's supplying these cruise ships and these hotels. And I bet you, because if they get a contract on, which they're going to buy hundreds of prints, not just one or two.
Yeah. They'll pick 10 or 12, 10 prints that they like, and they'll buy 200 of each or something.
Right.
And put them all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could
I know there's a photographer. Oh, what's his name? He's out of San Francisco, but he does a lot of work and he does a lot of stuff in Death Valley, and the hotel in what is the town? Not in Furnace. Yeah, Furnace Creek. They've got a U.S. A Park Service lodge or whatever. He's got his images in a lot of the rooms, and he just knows somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody, and said, "Hey, we're remodeling the rooms or whatever." So now he's got his stuff in the rooms.
That'd be how cool would that be? You're like, I'm gonna go rent a room at the Hilton. You know what I'm saying? And your work's on the walls in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you've definitely got a lot of potential stuff there. So you've got quite a portfolio.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Heck yeah. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Yeah, and then you can rent the room, and that has multiple functions there, Sam. You know what I'm saying? I
gotta get 1,000 more images first.
Yeah, that's. I heard Keith Sweat interviewed one time, and the DJ that was interviewing him goes, hey man, when you hook up with a girl, are you playing Keith Sweat? What are you playing? You know what I'm saying?
He says, "Nah, Wayne Newton."
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm going with Wayne Newton. Yeah,
Hey, great show, guys. Next week, no show. I'm going to be hopefully making use of the camera a little bit, but we'll be back on, what is that, the 28th, 2 weeks from today. We'll do the Memorial Day edition of the show, I guess.
Yes, Memorial Day,
Memorial Day weekend. So 3-day weekend. So everybody have a good couple of weeks. Appreciate you showing up as always. Great images, great discussion. I got to get out and use the camera this week. So
yes,
Definitely.
All right. Hey guys, appreciate it.
Thanks.
Have a great night. See ya.
Night.
Take care.
Peace
All
out.
right. Bye.